But these buildings, my point is, they're all out there and they inspire. Well, of course, we know how much of Disney's Hollywood studios is taken from reality. For example, that building with Pluto on it, there is a real dog and cat hospital on Highland Boulevard that is that, only with a regular dog and not Pluto. There you go. See what I mean?
There you go. The Brighton Hippodrome. Yeah.
Isn't that something? And I want a pizza.
I can see where that
with the side of the Beatles would be interesting. But anyway, actually, most of the stuff at Hollywood Studios, what was the antique store out in the front, just past the pylons? Anyway, all of that stuff is on Highland. In Hollywood. There's a building that has all these round circles all over it. That's a commercial laundry in LA, but they took the architecture style and went with it because in those days people built fun buildings. The gas station, a lot of it is replicated. In fact, it's funny, I've mentioned this before, when the Universal Studios Hollywood backlot burned down, they were shooting this Sylvester Stallone sort of comedy gangster movie, and they moved it to Florida because when they built Florida, they copied the streets almost exactly from the Hollywood lot. And so they were able to make it seamlessly. The only problem they couldn't replace, there were about 14 gorgeous antique cars that went up in that fire that were just, Duesenbergs and Cords. And
yikes.
Oh, man, was that a disaster. And then the irony was they turned out the fire was arson. And it was started by one of the rent-a-cop security guards Universal had at the time that worked for a company called Burns, Burns. So there's a little twist of something. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I hope that whatever they're doing to the haunted mansion, that it doesn't. It's not.
They could replace the guy up in the dome with a construction worker hanging from a scaffolding.
Oh God! Let's not do that. That would be somebody getting burned. We don't want that. Anyway, let's get back to our great people in the chat. The super chat. Let's see who we have here. We have 4-Leaf Shogi, member for 19 months already. Happy birthday. It's going to be for so long, too. Disney could write a drama movie, 7 Years of Scrim, a Haunted Mansion tragedy. So does that mean that the song changes to Scrinning Ghost?
There you go.
Oh yeah, Scriminy, Scrimmy. That's another song.
So we have Scrimmy and Scrimming Ghost.
It could be a movie about the haunted scrim maker who works way in the back someplace, but he's secretly
wasn't there like that's the Grim Reaper. So the Scrim Reaper.
Oh, the Scrim Reaper. I kind of like that.
That's a villain. That's going to be the guy in Villain's Land.
Well, thank you, Go and Shogi. Let's do a little Shogi celebration, shall we? For Texas, 8412, I think Pro is still going with the members only streams. And when that happens, even though it goes to members only, it doesn't raid the other people over here. So, well, this is fine. That happens sometimes. Not a big deal at all. There was so much support on the Pro show with all of those. Wait, are we getting a raid? Maybe we are getting a raid. I don't know.
That's what Texas said.
Oh, that's what you meant. It is a pro raid. I thought you were questioning the hail the raid. Okay, there we go. No, not at all.
Professional raid indeed.
Oh my gosh, now we're getting raided. Well, actually, this is good because we haven't done the main story yet. Wild Man of Yavin, I gotta say that if you chime in here with any kind of support today, I may have something special just for you. MJ knows what I'm talking about. She's the only one. But yeah,
Don't say that, Ron. Jeez.
Well, it's because you're my producer,
or will be a secret.
Hey, we're working on
here.
Is that how many it was?
Does that mean that in the meanwhile she's only the associate producer?
Because
when I was at film school, we had this crusty old guy named Dave Johnson who was a professor. And he said the definition of an associate producer is anybody who'll associate with the producers.
Oh, God.
I'm just a coffee girl. I get his coffee if he needs a cup of coffee. That's
she's my second AD. Oh gosh,
I can't. Ron.
Oh man. Thank you, Go and Shogi, for that. And then we also have O2RR, who has also chimed in, said what the Disney World parks have become now. It kind of is. It really is. And I hate to say it, what the Disney World parks have become, because, here's the thing. It's not like they're horribly diminished. It's that they were something so special, and they've kind of removed layers of those special. It's kind of like if you had this amazing cake with a really great frosting and layers, and you started pulling apart parts of it, and then you end up with just like a chocolate cake. Okay, it's still a chocolate cake. People have never had that before. Maybe pretty good too, but if you'd had the other cake, you know what you're missing out on.
The obvious difference in attitude is this. When they decided to add the Columbia to the Rivers of America at Disneyland, and it's sitting there in what we call Fowler's Harbor, because Admiral Joe Fowler from the Seabees said if you're going to have a river, you're going to need a dry dock. The guys doing the cosmetic stuff, the rigging and the painting and whatever, they dressed them in sailor of that period outfits with striped shirts and hats and white bell-bottom pants and striped socks. They kind of look like Mr. Smee, And I mean, they didn't have to do that, but it just was, hey, it's part of the show, even if it's just construction. No, not so much.
Just for, and I still ride the Joe Fowler most of the times that I go out to Magic Kingdom. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. They named that after him.
That's right. O2RR, thank you for chiming in. Here is your thank you.
And he tells us the RR was his marching band in high school.
Yeah, he told me that. That's why I put
the Rambling Rex or the Roving Rockets or the.
I was actually trying to figure that out. I was like, there was like a Riviera something. I was looking at trying to investigate what high school he may have gone to, and looking at the ones that had RRs, trying to figure it out. And I'm like, you know what? I better not put anything in there because I don't want anybody to get offended or.
Well, it was always fun. Like my high school was the Normans, largely because the building was kind of a Norman chateau. And across town, and I think it was South Torrance or somewhere around down in the Bay Area, in the South Bay area, they were the Saxons. So when the Normans met the Saxons on the field of battle, it was historic, to say the least.
Teddy comes in with it. Now, I have seen that icon. Did you change the name? What's it? I'm like trying to. Anyway, Teddy. Thank you for the super. I appreciate that. And Wild Man of Yavin, I'm going to save yours for last so I can show you. And then Sean, thank you so much. Give Yavin his gift. I will give Yavin his gift in a second. MJ, can you take note of these, because we need to take note of who gets clips next and stuff. So Rover Boy comes in.
Yes, sir. Aye, aye, Captain.
I would appreciate it, because I can't do it. This is awesome. I love this. I appreciate every single one of you gifted follow the Bradley's Fun memberships to I can't even read all the names. There's a whole bunch of gifted memberships that have come in. Texas 84 12 became a new YouTube member, and then Teddy gifted 10 follow the Bradley's Fun memberships.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, the love. I appreciate all this. So Teddy, we definitely got to make one for Teddy and Rover Boy and Sean and Wild Man for 10 out of a new obligation. Don't feel obligated now. Wild Man.
Oh my gosh.
Wild Man, this celebration is specifically for you, and I'm going to get to the other celebrations as well, but I wanted to give you something that was a little bit different than what you've seen on Pro. So I hope that you enjoy this for you, Wild Man of Yevon.
And on that fateful day, cheers would echo across the galaxy in mass celebration as the fourth moon of Yevon prepares to welcome home one of their own, their greatest hero, none other than the Wild Man of Yevon.
Wow.
That's really cool. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm having fun with those. They are they're a little bit longer, but also thank you for all of the support, guys. So everybody get ready. We're gonna do let's just give it over to culture and do a culture celebration for all the rest of those.
Can you send me that song? I need it when I do dishes. I need like a real banger while I do house chores and stuff.
Which song? Which one?
The one that one for culture. Like
Yeah,
Just the beat.
I got
it is. It's like gym music when you go
The only
exercise.
danger is you're liable to smash the dishes together, and suddenly it's not your house; it's a Greek restaurant.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. I know you're going through a lot right now, buddy. We all sending out prayers for you, buddy. But we have to get to our main story. I guess it's our second story today, and there probably be more than 2 stories, 3 stories, whatever. But I made this, so here it is.
If you made that, does that make you a second story man?
I'm a second story man. Well, here it is, guys. We talked a little bit about it yesterday on That Park Place. We're going to talk a little bit more about it today. The Magic Kingdom may destroy more classic Frontierland locations, according to permit. And the reason I'm putting that in quotes, is because I have a feeling that it won't be that long before they either change the name of Frontierland, or they will completely change the meaning of what Frontierland is supposed to be. This is out of That Park Place by Cham Lee. There's the Destroyed Rivers of America. And Walt Disney World filed 3 construction permits on February 19th, 2026 for work at small locations in Frontierland at Magic Kingdom that could result in the removal of those facilities. The permits all issued to Buena Vista Construction Company list general construction work, including labor, materials, and electrical services for Westward Ho, the Churro Wagon Cart, and Big Al's Merchandise Kiosk. None of the filings detail exactly what work will be done. The three sites sit along the Frontierland Boardwalk near the former Rivers of America waterway. That river and its associated attractions, including the Liberty Square Riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island, closed in mid-2025 to make way for a planned Piston Peak National Park expansion based on the Cars franchise, but really based on the movie Planes, because that's where Piston Peak was featured. And I don't think I'll ever stop calling it that. Just because it ticks me off that they're doing.
I admire all you younger guys who could do that upstream like that, up a peak. Some of us have to settle for what, vasectomy valley? I don't know.
Vasectomy valley. Oh my gosh! Oh, you're destroying me today.
Catheter canal.
There you go. There you go.
So here's the thing. What this work is signaling, and you can go over to that Park Place, you can read the article, but what I want to talk about is the broader context of what is happening, because I am getting a very strong sense of the end of Frontierland, or anything that represents the history of the United States of America as the pioneers ventured west. That's what Frontierland was supposed to be about. The era of Davy Crockett.
What are they going to rename it, though?
I don't know.
Be a toxic male white supremacy land? I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, if they just keep the first letter, maybe they'll just call it F land. I don't know, but they certainly are mucking it up. That's for sure. I mean, from going from Splash Mountain, which was the number one attraction and I think voted number one attraction, like the whole, at least the United States, not the world, to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Nothing wrong with a Princess Tiana ride. I wanted a Princess Tiana ride, but Princess Tiana in the Bayou needs to be a slow riverboat ride, or a slow bayou ride, something like Small World or Pirates or something like that. It's not. They clearly moved away from what I think would have been a replacement that I don't think would have courted controversy if they would have gotten rid of Splash Mountain and replaced it with Western River Expedition, which I believe was one of the original ideas for Magic Kingdom, an actual new IP created by the park. I think that would have been cool.
If you see the John Hench drawings, it was spectacular.
Yeah,
and little bitty bits of it wound up in World of Motion, but it was great.
Yeah, and I'm kind of upset that Magic Kingdom specifically, they're throwing the IP of Cars in there. Villains Land doesn't make much sense in a place that is supposed to be about joy and happiness and the fun part of fantasy.
It's all how they do it. I've been saying since they first announced it, they're going to go the wrong way, especially from all those drawings we've seen. They're trying to make it spooky to try and compete with Universal. Wrong. The villains in Disney movies are comical. It should be a spoof of villainy. It should be joyous, happy, a little too stupid for their own good villainy, you know? But that's just not what they're going to do, because they feel like they have to compete rather than innovate. And that's the Disney company all over lately.
And my question for Erica or MJ, if you want to take this a little bit further, because you see the work that's being done on Haunted Mansion, what do you think is going to happen to Liberty Square? I mean, is Liberty Square going to remain? The whole point of like the whole area walking into Liberty Square, you got the history of the United States from the beginning, and then Frontierland was westward expansion. If they're getting rid of Frontierland, they're getting rid of that history. Are they going to get rid of Liberty Square?
That's a good
Take
question.
it, Erica, on that one. That's your house. This is all you.
I'm thinking for
Haunted Mansion.
now, maybe Liberty Square is safe. for now. As
Yeah,
far
but
as
for how?
yeah, I don't know for how long. I know Frontierland, it had been speculated that eventually a portion of it was going to be converted to like a New Orleans to match Tiana's Bayou, and you were going to get a much smaller section that still looked Western. I don't know if that's still in the plans to actually do that. And at the time, it was circulating that Disney, due to their political views, didn't really like Frontierland because it was too white, and they were, for lack of better words. And as far as Liberty, that little section there, Liberty Square, I don't know, because with Villains Land coming into play, and you've got Haunted Mansion just right there around the corner.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know.
the Haunted Mansion.
Part of me feels like it's got its days numbered, in a sense. Nothing's sacred anymore. We all know this. Look what they've done so far with Muppets and Rivers of America, which Walt himself designed. That was his creation. So if they're willing to destroy
To
that,
which these people say, Walt who?
yeah, no, they do. They're very much, can't revere Walt too much. That comes from Iger himself. And then it's been known for executives to say things to lower cast members, telling them, well, Walt isn't around anymore, is he? So the upper echelon of the company has had an attitude for quite some time to be completely dismissive of Walt.
And yeah, you're right there. Walt had a very specific idea for what he wanted because he revered the United States of America. So he wanted Liberty Square. He wanted Frontierland. He wanted that to be very much a part of the Magic Kingdom, so that without really knowing it, and I think this was kind of really cool, without really knowing it, you're a little kid, 5, 8, 10 years old, you're having fun in these areas and you're not even realizing that you're also kind of getting an education. Yes, Walt called it edutainment, and it made a bigger debut in Epcot when it was there. But I just think that the whole, it's so cohesive, right? When you went, I don't even know how they're going to change the sign. When you walk into the Magic Kingdom, it talks about the past, the future, and fantasy. And I think they're going to have to change the sign because it's not going to be that anymore. I don't know. When they announced the Cars thing, or when they talked about the Cars taking over Tom Sawyer's Island, replacing it, they said I can't remember the words that they used, but it was something about basically redefining what the word frontier meant. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. The American frontier is an historical period, not just a place. You can't just, first of all, Piston Peak is fictitious out west, but it just, I don't know. It very much bothers me because and I hope they don't do this to Disneyland. God forbid they do it to Disneyland. I do think that there would be more of a revolt because Tom Sawyer's Island out there was, in fact, that was the creation hand drawn by Walt.
Well, they cut half of it off to build.
They did.
So,
yeah,
maybe incremental rather than all at once, but who knows?
Do you think that Josh D'Amaro, though, with him taking over the company, do you think that he will maybe bring back some reverence to Walt?
Look, he's been involved in every one of these decisions for the past, 8-10 years. So to think he's suddenly going to say, oh, gee, wait, I made a mistake. Nobody at Disney makes mistakes, not ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that about him personally because we haven't seen that yet, like we saw it with Bob. But that is the corporate culture in which he was, dare I say, groomed. So I wouldn't hold out a lot of hope.
There's not a lot of hope.
But look at this thing where there was a rumor that he was going to throw out all the Villains Land stuff and redo it. Nope, sorry, that was a rumor.
That's not happening.
Not happening.
No.
So
No, unfortunately, I think that when it comes to true innovation at the Walt Disney Company, and especially with the parks, we've honestly reached the last frontier. Well, back to the super chats, and thank you for there's been some great support today. Look at this, Rover Boy 5 follow the Bradley's Fun memberships, and Texas 84 became a new member. I'm not sure how many of these we've gotten or didn't get before. Teddy gifted 10 follow the Bradley's Fun memberships. I'm going to have to redo the entire ending of this, so we'll get your names on the outro, I promise. And Dan's Life the King, a member for 10 months. Shape language, FrontierLand.
I'm sending you this shape language clip because there's a lot of shape language in the live chat and it's hot, so they want it. They want the clip, Ron. We got to play the clip.
I don't know if I can.
I have it. I'm sending it to you.
But am I allowed to play that Park Place shape language clip?
Oh yeah, we play it on Vash Guy Parkcast. We can play it on here. It's fine.
Well, I think that might be Vash's clip. I don't want to.
He's not going to care. He's a friend.
Yeah, you got a friend in.
Yeah, just like Pro thought Flora was a friend until he copyrighted him.
That was funny. I don't know where you're sending it to. I may not be able to do it.
I haven't sent it yet. I'm working on it. My gosh. You know what? I quit, Ron. This is my last day. I'm putting in my notice of termination.
In other words, like the staff of the Writers Guild, just when the negotiation's happening, you're quitting and going on strike. I see.
Yeah.
First of all, the Wild Man of Yavin gifted 5 Follow the Bradley Fun membership. Woo-hoo. So we got to play his clip again. Everybody celebrate with the Wild Man of Yavin.
And on that fateful day, cheers would echo across the galaxy in mass celebration as the fourth moon of Yavin prepares to welcome home one of their own, their greatest hero, none other than the Wild Man of Yavin.
Yes, I do need to get us over to the HCast, okay? And I'm trying to see. Okay, so we've met the goal. We will absolutely be doing an extra live stream this weekend, and I think there is requests. So what we'll have to do is tomorrow night when we do the dish, we will start the show off with your request from today. So come back into the show tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. for the dish. And then, if you have a request, like question, answer, whatever for MJ or anybody who happens to be on the panel tomorrow night, we will take those then. We will be doing a live stream. We will be doing a live stream tomorrow at 7:30 and an extra live stream this weekend. So keep an eye out for when I put that up, because I'm not sure if it'll be a dish. It might just be something. I don't know. We gotta try not to interfere with anybody else, but we'll do that. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow night. Thank you guys for all the support. One last celebration, but I want to send everybody over to the HCast after this. But we'll do one last celebration. Then we'll talk about everybody's channels, and then we'll send you over to the HCast. So let's celebrate. Yes, indeed. Thank you, guys. Erica, where can the folks find you out there in the YouTubes, the interwebs?
You guys can find us at Erica-Raff on YouTube. We started live streaming on Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern time after that Park Place. So you guys can actually hang out with me and Raff. We call it brewed banter. So you bring your brew, coffee, tea, beer, whatever it is you brew, that's a beverage choice. And we sit around and just talk about anything and everything under the sun, whatever comes up. And we just hang out for about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. It's just a Friday afternoon / evening hangout session. And yeah, we have a pretty good time.
Hang out with the brew and the banter and don't get angry. And MJ, where can the fine folks out there find you?
I just want to say hi and thank you to everybody that's here today. Thank you, Ron, for inviting me on your show. I'm on that Park Place Mondays and Wednesdays at 12 Eastern. And then we're on the dish here with Ron's new schedule. That's 2 p.m. Mondays at Eastern. And then we have Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then the dish tomorrow night, Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern. I'm on that Vash Skies Parkcast. That's exciting. That's a new schedule. And that schedule is Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern following that Park Place. And then there's a West Coast show. I believe that's going to be in the evenings. I forget what time. I don't want to give you the wrong time, but that's going to be on Thursdays. And then Fridays, I'll be with Erica and Raff on their Brewed Banter, 2 p.m. Eastern every Friday. It seems like I'm a little bit here and there, everywhere.
She's everywhere. She's everywhere.
Wherever there is danger, you will find her.
A little bit of MJ in your life, right? Okay, so yeah.
She is magically everywhere. And LW Ghost, you posted something, I think, just this morning on Lou's
Yes,
Views.
I did. Oh, you're paying attention. I'm so glad. Yes, I put up yet another episode of Lou's Views on Patreon. And it's kind of an interesting exploration, or at least I think so, of AI versus CGI versus practical and what's going to be missing from all, I repeat, all AI-generated storytelling. And that is, of course, the human spark and the sense of fun. So that's up. I have another one planned. I was going to do 2 or 3 this morning, but that warm, cushy bed just said, no. You did your duty. Go back and nap. And then one of these days, when our schedules can coordinate, Culture and I are going to do the first of what we expect will be many explorations of the wonderful world of wine. So, in case you wonder, what do I do on my Patreon I don't do here? And the answer is everything else. And, and of course, you can find me on the Genre Guys, and I'm usually on the Monday Night Pro Show, and I'm here occasionally and there occasionally. And Wednesday night, of course, is the Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you, where Culture and I deep dive into the inner workings of the business called show. So there,
yes,
that's what I'm doing.
And if you ever want to interact with Lou live, go to Universal Studios, and he has a 20-foot tall statue.
Yeah, I've never been able to understand that craziness of that Sergio Leone duster coat they've got on that statue. Yeah. But anyway, Universal works in their own mysterious ways. What can I say?
Who knows? But anyway, thank you, Erica, Lou, and MJ for all being here. Thank you for the incredible generosity in the chat today. My gosh, it's been off the chain. And I think that we will send you out by doing one more celebration, then the outro, and then we'll head you, aim you right over towards Mr. H and the H cast. And so thank you guys so much for being here today. And until next time, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
too much. It's perfect. Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy. Be a pretty decent guy, I must say.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shot.